Lies and Slander, the podcast.
Welcome everybody to the Lies and Slander podcast. I am GMB, and I'm here today with my little brother Blaine,
Howdy, I'm Blaine.
my lady friend Andrea,
also known as Tiff Darby,
and local rap legend Derek Jones.
SP, baby!
All right. Well, Jones, what you got going on in the music world? You got any shows coming up or anything?
I turned down a show last week.
Bad move. The first thing to do is to get your name out there, not say, no, I don't want my name out there. Come on, man. You're better than that.
I turned down a show to get in the studio and actually record more stuff, but
Then I just got drunk and passed out.
I kind of half-assed did it. No. I'll probably have a show up in another week or so. I usually do shows on like Wednesday night. It depends on the promoter and where the venue is and shit like that. But it's more about making the music than showcasing the music. Even though that's what a lot of people do. I try to focus on making the content, making good content, and then I guess getting it out there is my crux or the double-edged sword of it. It's the next step is figuring out how to get it out there.
You should be focusing on your comedy career is what you should be doing.
I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm doing comedy writing and I'm doing rap writing at the same time. And they're not interfering with each other. And I think I got it in a good enough...
Do you think one helps the other?
In a way. Because I kind of want to talk about being the goofy rapper in the comedy stuff. And...
That's what you should do, though, is just a musical comedy show.
If you could nail it right, I even Donald Glover kind of keeps them separate. He's got the Childish Gambino thing going where he does like the rap stuff, and then when he does his comedy stuff, they're kind of completely different, which is kind of almost indicative of the SP thing. I kind of want to separate them, but at the same time, I kind of want to keep them at... I don't know. You could combine them, but using them as two different weapons is ideal as well.
Use your comedy writing so you can come up with punchlines for songs and vice versa?
No, but I do think some of my punchlines in the past for rap have been comedic, and I do think that helps me write.
I bet you that just any kind of creative writing will help the other creative writing, so... That probably is a...
Well, I talked about in high school. This chick said that I had a receding hairline, and then I told her that no, I just had a big fucking forehead. And then from 18 to 31, looking back in the mirror, I got the same big forehead, and there's not really a receding hairline. So it's just like, no, I don't have a receding hairline. I just have a big fucking forehead.
Let your hair run away from your face.
I don't have dreams, I have movies, if you want to quote Mike Epps.
I don't. That's not funny. It doesn't even make sense.
Mike Epps is hilarious.
I watched some of the Chris Tucker stand-up that's on Netflix.
You think the new Friday is going to be any good? With all of them.
I hope so.
Mike Epps and
I wasn't even aware they were making a new Friday.
Absolutely
Chris
are.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker, Mike Epps.
I mean, that's what they've been saying, but... I'll wait till I see, like, some on-set photos till I believe it's happening. It's like Ghostbusters. Everybody talks about Ghostbusters happening for 20 years.
Yeah,
now
Ghostbusters...
What, a new one?
Now they got a bunch of broads.
Ghostbusters is going to have one of the most amazing cameos ever.
Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Murray.
I hope Dan Aykroyd just plays his part from Tommy Boy. Callahan Motors here.
Yeah.
That guy? I like him. Like, he's such a... Like, that character is awesome because he's such, like, a cocky asshole, but he seems like a nice dude, like, at heart. I don't know. It's awesome.
Car salesmen are usually pricks.
Yeah, he's not a car salesman. He's a car part salesman.
You walk like a duck, you might talk like a duck.
Andrea, anything going on in your world?
What part of my world are you asking about?
I don't know. Have you cooked anything delicious lately? Or cleaned something?
I've made some.
That's stereotypical.
Some cabbage soup with turkey meat
Nice.
and cabbage. My dog got loose today and attacked a cat.
Nice.
I might be moving in to y'all's house soon. Wayne, how do you feel about that?
I have no comment on this situation.
But
I do feel like the rent's going to be cheaper. That's pretty tight.
oh
That's
man,
a good thing then.
cheap rent is sweet.
I'm assuming the house is going to be cleaner.
I
Yep.
will be cleaning.
Meals will be made. I
It'll
told
be
you, dude.
smelling nicer. I'll cook.
Yeah, the meals are pretty
The
sweet.
fact that you have to clean up for all these guys.
She always
is-
leaves her douches everywhere.
I feel super sorry.
and
Yeah,
big
her-
old rubber dongs.
Jones
They're all
is still
over the
here.
place.
It's not true.
I didn't think that. That's not something I came across
That's
in
the
y'all's old
only
house.
thing I can think about.
It's just dongs and douches
Yeah,
everywhere.
just dongs and douches everywhere. Because
No.
that's what's happening right now
I
in
don't
this
use
room.
douches. They're bad for
Makes
your
me miss
vagina.
grandma.
Yep.
Little grandma.
I might have said something too inappropriate for that podcast.
Nah, you can't. You can't say anything too inappropriate, man. You gotta get your shit out there.
Yeah.
No, she's right. I heard the douches or whatever take off their balance down.
Yeah, the pH balance.
Down
Throws
south.
it
See,
off.
yeah.
It can
See,
make things smelly.
it's like a pool. If you don't put the right amount of chlorine in
That is
there,
very
you
true.
can't swim around in there.
You just have to check the pH all the
Dude,
time.
I had a guy come in the store the other day. I just remember this. So I work at a used music movie store because that's a thriving market. So you get a certain type of people that come in there, and this dude comes in and he's like, "Hey man, I just heard this song on the radio. I don't know who it's by, but they was talking about Cash." And I was like, "Johnny Cash?" And he's like, "Nah, man, Cash, like money." I was like, I don't know. Today was a good day. Like, I don't know. And he was just like, "Nah, man, that ain't it. Fuck." And then he like walked out, and that was the end of it. Like, it was like, what?
Every song, every rap song now.
I know.
Every song is about cash.
He was so
Jermaine
angry.
Dupri and the Jay-Z throwing money out the window
It
was.
doesn't even have to be fucking rap.
No, man,
It's
that was
just the
about how
majority of
money
music.
ain't a thing.
Yeah, that's true. Majority of music.
So what was the cash song he was talking about?
No, so like, dude, I fucking have no idea.
Blues.
Waka Flocka growing pains. Those aren't anything.
That's probably something.
No, that's a Ludacris song and a whack rapper.
Actually, I think that's a Ludacris song and an old TV show.
Dude, have you thought about doing the going the 50 Cent route and just put a
Waka
song-
Flocka sounds like a dance. by the way.
Motherfucker, you don't talk over people. Doing the Jay-Z route, the fucking 50 Cent route, and
Get
just
shot.
put a song out there and just get shot up a bunch, and then put a song out where you just diss everybody that's big right now.
Do I have to get shot?
I mean, I would prefer it, but it's not mandatory.
We could stab you.
I
Can you shoot me 9 times from really far away with a pellet gun?
I can stomp on your foot.
9 times.
No, you gotta outdo that motherfucker 30 times. We're going to the moon tonight, gentlemen. So have you thought about that? Diss track, put everything out there. Talk about how Kanye's fucking whack and...
If I do a diss track, it's going to be to all white rappers that are currently in the game.
You
Why
can't
would it
be...
just be white rappers?
Yeah, you
Who
can't be
are
scared
white
of the brothers.
rappers that are currently in the
You're also
game?
being racist.
I'm not being racist.
Dude, that's not
If
gonna...
you're targeting a race,
Yeah, dude.
Well, I just don't
Dre's
believe.
never gonna
I
sign
just
you.
don't believe the Machine Gun Kelly hype or the Mac Miller hype.
What about the Little Debbie hype?
I do appreciate Lil Debbie more than Krayshawn.
You're like, yeah, man, she jiggles her butt.
Even that's
It's tight.
White girls don't have much butt anyway. She doesn't jiggle a whole bunch. I mean,
She always gets the fat black girls, those fat black girls in her videos to dance.
I assumed we were talking about pastries.
Oh,
Fuck is Little Debbie?
the drugs.
Little Debbie is
this
very good.
It's this fucking. You remember Krayshawn?
I know of the name.
She was the other girl in the video that's just there.
The
Krayshawn's
other girl.
A girl. Okay,
Right,
I'm
right.
learning.
It was her and V
So you don't
Nasty.
know
They were in a
I
group
know of
together.
the name.
Okay, so she had that song, Gucci, Louis, Finny,
Prada. Yeah.
Basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even
bother. We don't.
Anyway,
guys don't jam stuff like that. Just so we're all clear.
I jammed that song.
On this
tight.
Like
Little Debbie was like their DJ, and like she was in the video, and then she started rapping and stopped talking to the other two broads.
She better than Krayshawn?
Yes, in my personal opinion.
But she's also pretty garbage.
I mean,
I love watching her videos because they're hilarious.
Name one little other white girl in the industry that you would like to hear right now, other than who we had just talked about. I don't like it.
I would. That song "Murder Business" is fucking tight.
Reba McEntire?
Oh, dude, that fancy song that Reba does. Oh man, if I'm high enough, I might shed a tear.
No, I like the song about the lights.
We're talking Reba. I'm going to go further back than that and say some Fleetwood Mac.
The night the lights went down in Georgia or something.
The night the lights went out
I'm
in
gonna keep my mouth
Georgia.
shut about Reba.
I don't know if it's
You don't like Reba?
I don't like.
No, I don't
You
like
know-
Reba either. In the show, it
Her
really
accent sounds fake.
The
Oh.
two
I know
things.
it's not, but I hate
Two
it.
things about Reba that I like that song, but I like Fancy, and I like her role in Trimmers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you won't get any penetration with a little 30-30, but take my 20-06.
Was that the first? Was that the second one?
That was the first one. She's not in the second one. She's only in the first one. Her husband, though, is in all four of them. And I think if they did a cartoon, he'd be in that too, just live action.
That fourth one.
It'd be the opposite of fucking. I guess it'd be like Space Jam. I was gonna say it'd be the
Have
opposite.
you ever actually watched the fourth one?
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
both.
it's
I
bad.
have the quadrilogy.
All right.
The third one I liked a lot, believe it or not.
The
Fourth
third one
was
is
awful.
The third one's crap. They get worse. The second one is my second favorite. I like Fred Ward. That chick is hot. Like, they become they can walk, and they can see heat vision, but they can't hear. The third one,
This is where they're flying.
yeah, the
right?
third one they become ass blasters.
Ass blasters.
What the
Right.
fuck does that mean?
They like can get a bunch of like fart energy basically, and they fart, and it makes them like soar up in the air. You remember Tremors?
What goddamn movie is this?
Tremors 3.
I've
I fucking love.
seen 1 and 2, but I must have jumped the shark on 3. I haven't seen.
Jump the shark.
I've not seen 3.
I love when he tries to sound clever. It's my favorite.
I like that. Though.
3 is awful. I'll let you borrow it, man. You know what you should watch?
That's probably as bad as Leprechauns in Space.
No,
Part 4.
Dude, Leprechaun in Space was tight because it had Heidi from Home Improvement.
When we got it, the
Holy
VHS we
shit.
had roaches in it, and Fat Ass's
Drop it
mom.
this year.
My God, Tremors 5 news just in,
And homie's in it.
and the dude is in it. That guy's awesome.
Is Kevin goddamn Bacon in that movie?
No, Kevin Bacon is only in the first one.
No, I think his name is
What?
Michael
He was in the
Gross.
second one.
No,
right?
he
Bert?
wasn't.
Burt Gummer.
Yeah.
Or Gurmer.
Hold on. The
Fred
other
Ward.
asshole that was Kevin
Fred
Bacon's
Ward.
cameo would have been in most of the movies, right?
His cameo? You
What-
don't
the
even know what
other-
you're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say?
His
The
co-star-
co-star in the fucking movie. What is the same guy for how many?
2. He's in the first 2.
Oh.
He's like the co-lead in the first, and then he like takes over the franchise. And I like it. I think he did really good on his own. He had longer hair. He had a little. I think if I remember right, he had a little bit more of a beard. People should just have beards. It's ridiculous that they don't. In this day and age,
Didn't they
walk
get on
around
top of the
clean
building
shaven.
in some part
Jamie
in 2?
Kennedy's going to be in it.
No, in 1, they're on top of the building.
God damn!
Is
It's
Cam?
No, Jamie Kennedy is going to be in
Oh,
it. And
Jamie
it's
Kennedy.
Ass blasters and graboids.
Jamie.
Jamie Kennedy, son of the mask. Fucking Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh God damn it!
They've evolved
Jamie
into
Kennedy-
even more lethal creatures. Their mission takes a whole new level of unseen terror. Far more than they bargained for. And they already have there's apparently a trailer already out for it.
Oh, nice. We'll watch that one.
Yeah.
I mean, we can pause and watch it and then come back in and talk about it.
Hell, we can watch it while it's going.
We absolutely could do
I
that.
don't want to do that because you'll get the background thing.
We editing this?
This will be
No.
edited out.
This is not going to be edited out.
Well, this sentence that I'm saying will be edited out.
No, it's all
And
gonna
me
be
asking if it's going to be edited.
there. No, it's all going to stand there. I mean, if you guys want to watch the shit, we should pause it and then we can talk about it.
Jamie Kennedy has really turned into a weird-looking piece of shit. Look at that.
He's been weird.
Haven't we
He
all?
was only
He looks
good.
like Jason something from Jason Biggs.
Jason Biggs.
That's probably not
Fuck
right.
it, the pie fucker?
No, the guy from the comic book
The
store
pie
and,
fucker?
and that show with Jay and Silent Bob. The guy that stole their idea and sold it to Binksy? No, that can't be right. What the fuck is his name?
Brody?
Maybe.
Jason Lee.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Lee. Couldn't think of his name.
Jesus.
Jesus was
Man.
not his name.
There's like no good movies coming. Alright, you know what? I take it back immediately. Black Mass is coming out in like 2 weeks. Have you guys seen the trailers for that?
Black Mass?
Black Mass. It's Johnny
Yes,
Depp.
yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Isn't
Gangster
that
flick?
related to They had a movie before, and it would have been with the Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon and Departed.
Yeah.
And it's about the same guy.
Kind of. Departed was based on that dude. This is about the actual guy. This is about Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger is
Whitey Bulger's. It's an interesting movie because if you know do you guys know the history of Whitey Bulger at all?
I don't even know the name.
I'll just give you a quick little thing. Whitey Bulger was an Irish gangster in fuck, I don't remember, Philly.
In Boston.
Boston. There it
Can
was.
you explain how Whitey Bulger ties into
Wait,
Departed
wait.
and then to the Black Mass?
Well, it's about Black Mass is about Whitey Bulger. They based Jack Nicholson's character on Whitey Bulger, but it wasn't Whitey Bulger, so it wasn't like an exact story. It was just based. And it's actually The Departed is a remake of a movie called, I think it's Infernal Affairs or Internal Affairs. It's a Japanese movie or Korean, one of those. What am I talking about? What did you
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
So Whitey Bulger is an Irish gangster in Boston, on the mean streets of Boston, and like the feds basically like work a deal with him where they're like, we have a common enemy, the Italian mob. So
Italian.
what?
Italian.
Yeah, Italian mob.
The Italian.
And I mean, why else would you call them I-ties?
Italy.
Uh-huh.
Why would you call it?
Italy.
No. Italian Italy.
You just sound like a fool.
You
Anyway,
sound like a
so
country bumpkin.
They are like
Lies and slander.
they are like the common enemy. Let's work together. So they fucking let this dude still do his gangster shit, kill people, racketeer, fucking rob, any gangster shit he wants to do. But he tells on the fucking Italians, and so all the heat is on them. So they just keep getting arrested and shit. He's living fat and doing the exact same shit, and the feds are like, that's
He's
cool.
federally protected by...
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's tight.
So the Johnny Depp plays him.
When's
and
that supposed to be coming out?
I think it comes out like September 18th.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the last real good movie that comes out this year.
No, there's a couple more that are coming out.
When is that?
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that comes out this year?
Yeah, it comes out in
December
December.
25th.
Oh, see, I thought that came out in January. I know next year they got, fucking Superman versus Batman. They got the new X-Men.
What?
Yeah, they got the X-Men, Apocalypse movie or something like that?
Yep.
They have
Deadpool.
Civil
Superman.
War.
Deadpool.
They have Ghostbusters coming out.
The new Star Trek.
All right, Blaine put me on this. What about the the Galaxy? Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
There's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
There's going to have to be.
There
There's a lot of
is.
that story untold.
It's already on the slate.
I totally
Is that
said it
coming
wrong
out
because
next
I've only
year,
seen
though,
it
or-
a few times. But
No, it comes out the year after,
It-
I think. Next year is Doc Strange and Civil War.
Whatever happened to the Bill and Ted movie they were supposed to be making?
It's still like they still say they're in talks.
What's the name of that movie that has DiCaprio and Bane in it? Tom
Titanic.
Hardy. What is it?
Oh, it's I don't know. It's I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking
It
about.
looks really good, and I don't know when it comes
if they
out.
can make another Dumb and Dumber, they can make another Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
That Dumb and Dumber wasn't that bad.
It
wasn't that great.
It wasn't that good.
What do you
That's
think
funny,
about
but-
Anchorman 2? Because I was on the fence, kind of Anchorman 2. for
Anchorman 2 had
1.
a couple of funny. The chicken of the rail yard that killed me.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I love the fight scene. There's a
the chicken of
werewolf.
the
Like
cave
yeah.
was also really funny.
The part where he thinks the car is driving itself and they're all in the back of the car was very funny. And then the car wrecking. That scene in itself was
so Black Mass comes out
enough to bring
September
us here.
18th. The Green Inferno, I hear, is supposed to be kind of good. It's by Eli Roth, I think. It's supposed to be a horror movie. Should be pretty tight. The Martian looks pretty
More
awesome.
importantly, Kung Fu Panda 3 and Finding Nori Or what is that her name?
Dory.
Dory.
I didn't like Finding Nemo.
I loved Finding Nemo.
I enjoyed it.
My daughter would have liked that when she was younger. I don't know that she would be receptive and watch that now because she's 9 and she's trying to watch all these teenager shows. These kids were up so goddamn fast.
They're fucking making an Assassin's Creed movie, which I'm excited
Yeah,
about.
with
that
Magneto.
could be pretty decent.
Is that who's going to be in it?
Young Magneto.
What?
Shout.
They're making remember that old game Rampage where you could be the 3 monsters and you fight in a city?
Absolutely. There was the lizard, the gorilla,
And the wolf, I
and
think.
the wolf.
The Rock is going to be starring in that movie.
That would be an amazing movie to watch. And then, what I guess, because in the game, you would be a human and then you would turn into one of those creatures. He would be one of those creatures in the movie.
Yep.
One of those said creatures, and then
Oh.
we have 2
Or
other
he's just going to be a dude.
The New Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
coming
that.
out.
So, of all the movies that are coming out next year that you know of, what are you most excited about?
That I know of?
I don't know
Yeah.
know what's coming out next year if you guys want to film yet.
That's what we've been doing for the last 10 minutes.
No,
Jones.
besides
I'd say-
what we've talked about and reviewed,
I'd say it
I've
breaks down into two
I've
of them.
known that's coming out.
Either either Suicide Squad or the Friday the 13th reboot. I'm pretty excited about.
That's a
Getting
good
all
one.
that
There's
coming out.
a Nightmare on Elm Street one.
Yeah, there's a. Oh yeah, that's right.
But I don't think they have a date for it. What about you?
Oh,
Do you have a date for it?
I can't pick.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Gave it all I got.
Give it all I've got, Captain.
I don't know why I'm
Love
giving
horror
that.
movies.
Because Tim Darby.
And there's 2 of them coming out, and then all of the comic book movies coming out that are very exciting. I love the first Guardians.
The pressure's breaking you.
Batman vs Superman. I'm excited about that, but mostly because of the new Batman, which most people dislike. But I'm
Yeah.
excited about.
I'm an
Star Wars.
Affleck.
About the flesh.
What's his
next
name?
year, too.
Bale's not going to be in the new Batman, right?
No, it's
No.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
And it's going to be... Have you seen him in the suit?
Oh yes, I think I
Oh,
have.
dude, it
And
looks
I-
so good.
Oh no!
When this is over, we'll watch the trailer.
Jones, have you seen?
I have.
What about you? Most
Not-
anticipated that you've heard some. There's a-
I've got a hard on for video games right now, and I know that 2K is coming out at the end of the month. I think on the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. NBA 2K 15 or 16 is coming out. 2K 16 is
So-
going to be amazing. I
So
know.
the movie that you're most anticipating
No.
of next year is a game coming out at the end of the month.
No, we're not.
That's what I just asked you. That
No,
was the
you
question.
specifically asked me. What are you anticipating coming out?
No,
as
I
far-
didn't. I said, what movie are you most anticipated for next week or
I
next
told
year?
you guys a few seconds ago. I haven't really been keeping up on what's going to drop
Well, we just mentioned a bunch.
next year.
There's a new Star Wars, a Doc Strange, new Captain America.
I would
Batman,
watch the Superman versus the Batman, and is that something that Affleck's going to be in? Like I don't know all these.
Yeah.
Well, they're making a lot of sequels next year too. Like they're coming out with Ride Along 2,
I-
Neighbors 2.
I'm totally going to be receptive to that. I haven't been paying attention.
They're
to...
making a live action fucking Jungle Book next year.
Yeah, they are. They're making
and,
2.
And Jumanji, they're rebooting that.
Ooh.
And that's coming out all next year.
They're gonna get the genie from Aladdin to play Robin Williams.
That's too tsunami.
It's kind of the best they can do. They're rebooting the Bourne.
They're making
stuff.
a live action Aladdin movie. Most anticipated movie of next year for me.
Oh, really?
Batman versus Superman, because Affleck's gonna crush it. But a couple of runners up, that Ninja Turtles 2 is going to be so tight because Bebop and Rocksteady are going to be in it, live
Yeah,
action.
pretty exciting.
And
I thought I was going to hate the new Ninja Turtles, and it's actually pretty decent. I came in wanting to hate it,
if you
and I walked away
eliminate,
not.
I liked it a lot. It's still not my favorite of the bunch, but the action is definitely the best. If you take out,
It's better than the old stuff.
if you could take out most of the Megan Fox stuff, and that every scene with Whoopi Goldberg, if it's removed, it's unwatchable. I fast forward through it every time. I can't sit through it again. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I don't even remember what people.
Absolutely don't.
She didn't even call it in. She mailed it in. She didn't give a fuck. It was awful.
Oh, you
And
know what? Now I remember. She was.
It's
the
when and
detective.
then she was like, Megan Fox is freaking out, and she's like, "You see, they're turtles, but they're turtles because they're here, but they're actually ninjas." Like,
oh no, she was the anchor lady that was like, "You're an idiot" to Megan Fox or some
Yeah.
shit like that, or whatever the fuck.
she was the black lady with no eyebrows.
You know they're trying to reboot the Trolls?
Oh, dude, Troll 2 is legitimately the worst movie ever made.
Not legitimately the
It's
worst movie.
the worst movie ever
I don't know. That's
made. The
Trolls?
worst
Trolls?
movie, and dude, Troll 2 is awful. The trolls aren't trolls; they're goblins. They go to, and then instead of putting $15 into a mask that you can move, or like a plastic mask even, they get these weird wooden-looking masks, and then their bodies are just burlap sacks. One still said pinto beans on it. It was awful. There's a scene where this goblin lady is going to seduce this kid into eating this corn, because the corn turns them into these weird human plants that the goblins eat. So she's like, "Oh, hey, want some corn?" And they both start eating the corn at the same time. Popcorn just starts coming out of the fucking ceiling. It is everywhere.
Oh yeah, we watched that together. I remember.
It's pretty awful.
Do you know when they're going to do another Fantastic Four?
Well, they said that 2017, but this movie, it did awful.
Yeah.
It did really, really bad.
Yeah.
And unless it makes a shit ton of money overseas, I don't think they're gonna do it unless they're just like, fuck it,
So
whatever,
is it
let's do it.
confirmed that they're going to do another one?
Well, they announced a date, but I mean, again, until I see like anything, set pictures, I'm not gonna believe it happens. It doesn't look like... I didn't hate the movie like everybody else did. I thought
the movie either.
I didn't hate it.
The first hour, like up until
I didn't like the ending.
up until the point where I want to call him Morgan Freeman. It's not his name. Small spoiler. Up until the point where Mr. Fantastic exits for a little bit, I liked it. And then right after that happens, like, all the cool stuff about them learning about their abilities is just skipped over. And then the final fight scene is like...
Too short.
I mean, do you think they actually had that in the original cut and they just did a lot of cutting?
Like, I read that they had these big, like, 3 big action scenes planned, and right before the day of shooting, the studio made him cut it, and they made him cut some other stuff, like, during it or something. And then he did his original cut of it, like he edited the movie, and then the studio sent their editors in and re-edited it. So that's why...
hopefully the director's cut comes out.
I don't think it will, because he kind of bashed the studio. Unless...
And what is this?
Unless they think that they can...
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Unless they think that they'll be able to sell more DVDs, I don't think they'll do a director's cut.
I mean, the hardcore fans are going to want to definitely see that, and there's a lot of hardcore fans out there for a basic movie like Fantastic Four.
I'll probably buy it when it comes on DVD.
Well,
not buy it. I get them for free, but I will own a copy.
Do you know if they're going to do another Ant-Man?
Yeah.
They have to.
I don't think they didn't announce it yet.
I haven't seen the first one.
It's really good.
It was.
I believe it is. It didn't do very good as far as the box offices, as far as the first few weeks.
I think you're going to see Ant-Man in another movie before you see his second movie, though.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd,
He's going to be in the Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Both.
Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
It's Rude.
Dude, they're in the opening scene of Ant-Man, not giving anything away, but there is a piece of CG that is perfect. It's the best CG I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I really get pissed off at CG mostly, but it's just because it looks so really bad when they try to mix the two into live action or into what's going on to CG. But I can see how sometimes it would work.
I marked out so hard on it. They made Michael Douglas, who is at least 7,000. He's sold. They made him look like he was 35. I would go on a date with him. He was so handsome.
Faggot.
Oh. Guardians of the Galaxy is May 5th, 2017.
Oh god damn, that's way too far away. All right, let's
there's a shitload of good stuff coming up before it. All of that's coming before it.
So they have a Friday the 13th. What is it? Like a reboot?
Yeah, it'll be.
And they have an Elm
It's
Street.
essentially starting over from the first one, right?
I don't know.
That's
I think it
way
is.
too
I don't
fucking
know.
far away.
What I do know is that it will be Friday the 13th. The 13th. Like it's a 13th movie. So maybe they'll do something special for it. The thing that I'm scared about is I hear the director is a found footage guy. So hopefully they don't do a found footage movie. I haven't heard.
Who knows? Like, it might be a good take on it. There's
Found?
not
I mean, even the best
like
found
Paranormal Activity.
okay.
shaky cam.
Yeah.
Like
Blair Witch
even
Project.
the very best
The
of
original.
those would be better if it wasn't shaky cam. Like 21. No, it's not 21 Up. It's the party movie. Do you know what the party's called?
Project X.
Project X. That might be my favorite.
They're coming out with a Project XX next year too.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's pretty decent. It's got Miles Teller in it. You know how much I like Miles Teller. Speaking of Miles Teller, if you guys get a chance to watch this movie Whiplash, it is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Change
it
your
is.
life, dude. It's fucking great.
I didn't like it at first. Like when I first started watching, I was getting upset at that guy. Why are you taking that? Why are you doing that? And then big ending, great, big middle, big beginning, big everything. It was a great movie.
J.K. Simmons, I won an Oscar for that movie.
That's the old man, right?
Yeah, I think Miles Teller should have been nominated.
Speaking of which,
he's fucking
You
dominant.
seen that guy without a shirt? Phenomenal for his age.
Dude, that's J. Jonah Jameson. They gotta put him in the new Spider-Man. They gotta recast him. Like,
Yeah. They should recast him as something different though, and
no,
not the original guy.
he's got to be J. Jonah Jameson. He is that guy.
Yeah.
When I read Spider-Man books, and I
read it like that?
Yeah, like that's how I hear it.
What's there? What are you gonna do? Is there?
Speaking of comic book stuff, what about Daredevil? What did you think of Daredevil?
The comic?
No, the Netflix series.
I thought it was fucking great.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
It was probably my favorite show of 2014.
Now, when I first started watching it, I was a little concerned with Daredevil himself. I thought he was kind of a little guy. And isn't Daredevil in the comic books like a taller,
I think he's like
6 foot or something?
I think he's like 5'10". I think
you
he's
serious?
I think he's like 5'10". He's not a big dude.
He always looks like really tall compared to
He might be,
Foggy.
but I think he's pretty similar to Spider-Man's height.
Foggy looked taller than Daredevil in the series.
They might have had to cast him like that also, so like the size difference to
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
I would have liked it if they could have got him to really like hit the weights, like put on weight all together, cultivate mass, like just be bigger all around, bigger arms, bigger stomach.
Yeah, but that's not how I picture Kingpin when I think of him.
He's a giant dude. He's 400 pounds. I mean,
I
it's
picture
all
him as
muscle.
I picture him as looking more overweight, and I think they did a good job because they made him look like a fat dude kinda.
I mean,
but
he's
he
not
was
a
all
little-
strength and endurance, and that's kind of how he's portrayed.
They probably should have done some leg exercises because he walked like he just got off a horse that he was riding for 20 hours.
I thought he was a good actor, though.
Oh, dude, he killed it.
He
killed it.
Yeah, he's a killer actor.
And Rosario Dawson, the little bit that she's in there, she's so hot.
Who's Rosario Dawson? What's she off of?
Oh, she's that hot black chick. Is she black?
Blackish.
She's
She
like
was
Puerto
in
Rican.
Kids.
Black?
She was in Kids. She was in the Sin City
He's
movies.
Puerto Rican.
Clerks 2.
Yeah, she was the one.
The one that he hit on in Clerks 2?
Yeah, the one with the big boobs that was dancing.
The chick
She's
that
really
worked
hot.
there in Clerks 2 that
Yeah.
the dude was flirting with?
Yeah. The one that he fucking impregnated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. She was in Out. You can see her boobs in Alexander.
Yeah, she's super hot.
Hey, speaking of, Blaine was like, hey, you should watch Orange is the New Black. And I don't know what her name is off the 70s show.
Donna.
I was like,
Did you get to see that part yet?
Yes. I watched it specifically for that part. I watched the whole first episode and I was intrigued off of the
good,
pilot. And I'm going to end up watching
It's
the series when I have time. I'm actually watching BoJack and a couple of other stupid things on Netflix right now. BoJack's actually pretty funny.
I watched the first 5 episodes.
Of BoJack?
No, of Orange is the New Black. It kind of lost me. So now I'm watching Cheers. I'm on season 6 now.
That show to me is depressing.
Which one?
You know what's incredible about that
Orange
show?
is the New Black?
No,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers takes place in a bar, and there's not one drunk person on screen ever. Very rarely do you see anybody drunk.
You mean like everyone's really they can talk back and forth and they're not all wasted?
They're all just like how we are now, even more so because you're not there.
I'm fucking trashed right
It's
now.
fucking crazy. Like the only one that seems like he might be drunk is the bartender, and that's just because he's dumb.
That big fat guy?
No, that's Norm. The bartender is Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
He always looks drunk, though.
It's been a while.
I binged out and watched Third Rock from the Sun, and that show still holds up, in my opinion. I fucking love that show.
Have you seen True Detective yet?
Did you say the bartender's Woody Harrelson?
Yes.
Yeah.
White Man Can't Jump?
You just
ruined
got
your childhood.
In Cheers?
Yes.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson?
Who's the tall guy with the curly hair that dates the bitchy blonde?
That's Sam Malone.
Okay, I thought he was the
Ted
bartender.
Danson. No, he is.
I thought the
There's
fat
more
guy
than-
was a big bartender.
No, he's just the guy that drinks all the
Yeah,
time.
he's just the guy.
You never see his wife, and he never gets drunk. No, Woody, like, you remember Coach? Coach is the old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Coach
And then
died.
they made Coach off of
Okay,
Coach
see, I've
from
never
Cheers?
gotten.
No.
I haven't gotten that far. Yet,
Oh
so
no,
I don't recall.
he dies in real life, and so they brought Woody in because he fills the same role. He's dumb, but now he's young. So instead of feeling bad for him, you're like, oh, he's so young and dumb.
Okay, maybe it gets better with Woody.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome in the show. When they get Rebecca, who's the big girl now? She's really big. She was in Star Trek.
Roseanne.
No, she was in Cheers. Why would I talk about Roseanne?
I have never watched
Kirstie
it.
Alley. Kirstie Alley.
Oh,
When she
man.
gets in the show.
Look who's talking. Yeah, look
She
who's
gets. She's pretty funny in that
I've
show.
always liked Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley's a real big bitch. Speaking of old stuff, what you have thought about Mork and Mindy or
The only Mork and Mindy I really watched was the episode that they sprung from. Was the episode in Happy Days, because I love Happy Days. I never liked Mork and Mindy. I tried. I saw like 2 or 3 episodes. Just,
like that era, the Three's Company, the
I
Alf,
love Three's
the
Company.
Alf era.
I do. Three's Company is way before Alf, but I fucking love Three's Company. Every show is pretty much the same, but god damn it if it's not great. Jack Tripper, man. Jack Tripper. What's your favorite like sitcom of all time?
If I said it, it would sound cliche, but it might have to be Married with Children.
That would be what I'd say too.
It's I don't know.
Brother?
I'm gonna probably have to fall on that one too. Either that or Seinfeld.
Seinfeld was a good one, and I get a lot of mixed reviews on Seinfeld. A lot of people don't like it. They won't agree with the Seinfeld. Oh, he's not funny. That was
That's
a
just
good
hilarious.
show.
That's just hilarious. Definitely up
George is my favorite out of the whole fucking show.
Me too.
Uh,
Lady? What was your favorite?
Sadly, I was deprived from television as a young person, all the way up until more recently when I started dating a person who was very into television and media and stuff like that.
Oh, Jonesin.
So more recently, I started getting into television, and I'd have to say, I guess my favorite sitcom would be Friends.
Gross.
I know that's a really
Drives
girly.
me crazy that you're saying television.
I think Friends.
It's
I
because
think
she's
New
eating.
Girl was the new Friends. And
I
that
do like
seems-
that
It
boob
sounds
tube.
lame. I think Friends brings that whole because you care about their relationships and who they are on TV so much. Is they're all friends and they can't just make fun of each other the whole episode, like kind of like how you would in Always Sunny episode.
Good show.
On the flop side, like they bring it to
Flap side.
They bring it too wholesome. They do. They bring it too wholesome, and they make you try to care about the characters
Oh, no.
too much.
I hate wholesome crap. know
I
every
like
once in a
Friends, but
I like
if
Full
you had
House.
to go new
I
school
hate-
Friends, it would be New Girl because it's kind of like the Friends where everyone likes each other, but it's focused on the dating, but it's not too
Well, I was trying
overhearted.
Yeah,
classic.
you get those.
I wasn't
sitcoms
going
like
like new school stuff. I was going more
I was just talking about
classic.
whatever your favorite is.
Um,
That show, New Girl's pretty funny.
I thought they introduced the other black guy after Damon Wayne's son originally did the pilot.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping that he was going to be in a lot more episodes than he actually has been in.
Yeah, he's only
And
in like a handful.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's
He's alright.
It's a good show. I know they focus
I like the guy they
around
replaced
Zooey
him with.
Deschanel. I know that's the main focus, but
I'm sure if Married with Children was on Netflix, it would probably be my favorite, but I don't really remember watching that much Married with Children. I know I did watch it, but I don't remember anything, so I can't say it's my favorite.
the No Ma'am seasons, I don't remember
I
a lot
haven't
of them, but I
seen
remember some of them, and then
Really?
I remember before that,
I don't
some
have
of them
DVD.
were really.
I always like the
Just need a
episodes where
laptop.
Steve comes back.
I've been moving in here
It's
soon, so-
Steve.
If you had to go Steve or Jefferson, who is it?
I gotta go Jefferson.
I gotta go Jefferson
Yeah,
too,
Jefferson.
because they go to the strip club all the time.
the thing about the thing that made Steve great is that he was so opposite of Al. Like he was successful and smart and shit, and not a lowlife really. And then he became a lowlife. I like Jefferson because they get into more adventures together.
I also like Jefferson because he makes fun of Marcy just as much.
Is Al?
He does the fucking chicken thing behind her back. I love that.
Yeah, I do remember Jefferson more than Steve, and liking him more.
Well, Jefferson was around longer than Steve too,
Yeah,
That's
Jefferson was
for at least 10 seasons more.
No, they
Well,
only had 11 seasons.
I hated
Yeah.
Marcy, so I think that's why I like Jefferson, because he also picked on.
You know what I really hated? 7.
Yo.
7. Oh, I didn't like when they had the other kid. It really bummed me. That
Yeah.
all those seasons
They,
sucked.
dude,
They didn't suck. They just-
seasons.
they just-
He was in for like 7 episodes, and then he walked upstairs and never came back. It was
Serial?
awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
So
My favorite 7 episode though is the one where they go to the park for his birthday, and
they
there's
fight through it.
yeah they're poor, so they stay in the little square, and Al's just like. He's like, fuck it, man, I'm getting that steak. And he grabs a steak or whatever, and that dude's like, that's my steak. And he gets into his karate stance, and Al goes, oh, well, this is my hand, or whatever, and punches him out.
My main
So
question
good.
is if they go off ratings on whether people like 7 or not, people are tuning in. But like, how do you say, hey, we don't like this character on this
Hate mail?
particular show at that time?
Hate mail?
Hate mail, yeah. A lot of people, I mean, they get feedback on that shit all the time.
Everybody hates 7, man.
It's
These
a
fucks
bad show. Speaking of which, who wins in a fight, Al Bundy or Uncle Phil?
Ooh,
Al
Al
Bundy.
Bundy would beat Uncle Phil's ass because Uncle Phil's more upscale. Plus, he's a goddamn judge. He wouldn't fight a guy.
He wouldn't get dirty. Oh, that's a lie.
Well-
you remember the dude?
For his kids, he would.
That fucking dude-
For Will Smith or maybe Carlton or his kids, I think he would.
My favorite...
Speaking of which, that's my second favorite show ever made.
Fresh Prince is a great
Well,
show.
aside from Seinfeld and Married with Children, it's Fresh Prince. Fucking love Fresh
My
Prince.
favorite thing in Fresh Prince was the episode where Ashley was getting picked on, and they were like, they brought the parents over, and the parents were both psychiatrists. Or no, the dad was a psychiatrist, the mom was like a fucking, not waitress, what are those things called? Secretary? Anyway, so they're arguing back and forth, and their other family's being real snide, real shitty, and the guy's like, well, speaking as a physician, I think your daughter should be heavily medicated and immediately institutionalized. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'd have to check your credentials or whatever. And he's like, Stanford, brother. And he's like, oh, he's like, credentials.
Someone just said credentials. I was like, you know it.
Credentials. Anyway, he's like, fuck, what does he say? He's like, yeah, that's a good school. I was thinking about going there if my scholarships to Princeton, Yale, and Talladega Tech fell through. And then so the dude says the thing about his daughter, and then he goes, Uncle Phil's like, well, speaking as a lawyer, your daughter fits the criminal profile down to a T, right down to the long sleeping forehead and the wide jaw suitable for grains and small rodents. And the dude goes, I think you have her confused with your mama. And Uncle Phil knocks him out in one
I
punch.
do remember that episode. R.I.P.
thing.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
When the
He-
fuck did
dude-
he die?
What?
James Avery, when did he die?
Uncle Phil's
last
been...
year?
Earlier this year?
Last year, I think.
Or beginning towards
Jesus
this year.
Christ.
Uncle
Um,
Phil's dead, bro.
He would have
His
been...
name is James Avery.
He would have been
What,
perfect.
fair enough. And so, last year, the guy, or beginning of this year, the guy from Drop Dead Fred died. Drop Dead Fred
Hate that movie.
died.
Hate it.
He did drop dead.
That was a solid movie.
Terrible movie.
Solid movie.
You know what they should
Me and my
reboot?
baby mama love that fucking movie for whatever stupid ass reason.
They should reboot Little
thinking it was
Monsters,
creepy.
because that was an amazing movie.
What movie was that?
Little Monsters with Howie Mandel
Little-
and, what's that little kid's name?
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
He still looks the same. Just
Did you say
wheel him
Fred
out there.
Savage?
They're actually throwing
May
him
or
on a
may
new
not.
sitcom coming out recently. It's probably going to be really shit, but he's going to be on it.
Who?
Fred
Fred Savage is coming out with something recently.
Nice. You know, Ben Savage is back on TV too. He's
Yeah,
on.
What the fuck is a
He's
Vince
on
Savage?
Girl Meets World.
That's what I want.
It's like Topanga and his kid.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to watch an episode. There just wasn't enough Topanga and Corey, so I didn't care. Or Feeney. Feeney.
Yeah. See, Boy Meets World isn't the same without Feeney.
Boy Meets World is also in my top 5 favorite sitcoms. I love that show. It's so good.
What about movies? What are your top 5 favorite?
I love boobies.
Or what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? That's easy.
That's fucking
See,
hard,
that's hard
for me.
Definitely.
Anybody want to go first?
Jinx.
I'll go.
Favorite movie ever?
Fargo's
Yeah.
I haven't even seen Fargo, and I wouldn't watch it when I see it on Netflix or wherever it pops. So
Yeah, I can pick my well, I can favorite movie ever is a hard thing to do. If we're gonna categorize
Dude, I got it. Favorite movie of all time.
I can guess yours.
It's not hard. It's my favorite movie.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, that's what
Beverly
I
Hills Cop.
but I had the whole sequel, the 1 through 3.
Me too. Beverly Hills Cop is on that list. Or it's my favorite. It's got everything you want. It's got action. It's got comedy. It's got Eddie Murphy in his prime before he started doing bad movies.
I agree.
There's boobs. There's death. Come on,
I'm
Judge
gonna say-
Reinhold.
It's a
Judge
great- it's a
Reinhold's in
great-
there.
I'm gonna say
Those are
mine is
great
gonna
movies.
be one of two. It's either gonna be Blazing Saddles or Naughty 90s.
Ooh, Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles doesn't even make it on my
All right, look,
my top
I want-
fucking-
You need to watch
Even
it
though
again.
it's a duo and it's not Eddie Murphy, I want there to be another Bad Boys 3.
They announced it.
But I just mean I want them to carry on like you would think of it as a Lethal Weapon, or you would think of it as an Eddie Murphy flick for the Beverly Hills. Like that should be something that carries on. Even though it's a duo, it would be more of compared to a Lethal Weapon. But I think that they can keep pulling it off as they go on. I don't know why they make so many years and gaps before they make another movie, which is probably counterintuitive to making a sequel.
They don't usually take that many years now because the information it comes so much quicker, and you can actually make a movie a lot faster. So a lot of times they'll have, like, if they think there's a chance that there's a sequel, like let's say they're making the story of Blaine. So if they think that there's a chance for a sequel, what they'll do is they'll have people already like kind of writing an outline.
Well, even
So
Guardians
if
of the
it-
Galaxy
so if
that's
it-
coming out in 2017, that's too far away
Well,
in my perspective. For liking the one that came out in, 14?
Yeah, but there's a reason though, because there's it's part of a cinematic universe. So they release these certain movies, and you'll probably see the Guardians again in I don't know, something maybe.
So we'll have to
Maybe-
wait to
maybe
2020 to see the third one? Like,
They-
these 3-year gaps, or
Yeah,
even more
you-
that they could pick?
Yeah, I think they have their movies lined up till 2020. So 2021 maybe. But that's cool because they'll show up. They'll probably be in Infinity War, the next Avengers movie, and it'll be tight.
Well, I mean, like, think about the Back to the Future. When you go back to the Back to the Future, didn't they continue the second one off the very ending of the first one?
No.
And that was years later? Or, like, no, they reference
Yeah,
it.
they absolutely.
They reference it.
What they did was it starts immediately where
Yeah,
the second
thank
one
you.
starts.
Some shit like
where,
that.
where the first one ends, it jumps back like a minute and a half, and then it starts there, and they get a new girl.
But it is years or so later.
Yeah, but they filmed 2 and 3 at the same time. So that's like they do that also. Like with the Matrix, they filmed 2 and 3. They should have not filmed any of this. That was
Matrix
I liked The
was
Matrix.
a phenomenal movie.
I liked-
Even the
Did
last
everyone
one.
name their favorite movies?
me.
You did.
I couldn't pick one specifically. There's a lot of good ones.
Just pick one off of your top 5.
Well, just name
Man.
the top 5.
Wait, I know what the answer is. The Breaks. Blaine?
Oh no, I appreciate that movie a lot. It's really weird.
It's a
Wait,
solid
wait.
It's
movie.
not like it is a solid movie, and it's about actors that maybe not have got a lot of shine, and they were still really funny. And at the time, they might have been killing into stand up and shit like that. Like that white guy was funny in those
And
films,
darkness
and
fell upon the white man.
all of that was it was very good. Who you had to kill Whitey Mings without me? Like,
You know my favorite shit in that movie?
Who's the one that told you to...
It's just one line, and I don't remember the dude's name, but he's the ginger black guy. He was in House Party 3. He's in a bunch of shit. But
when they were at the meeting.
No, when they're at the store or whatever, and the dudes call him out, like the main bad guy from the movie, they call him out and they're gonna fight in the streets. And the old man takes his shirt off and he walks over to Cole from Martin. He's like, take your shirt off. He's like, no man, I'm cool. And he goes,
Take your
take
fucking shirt
your
off.
fucking shirt off. It's the way he says it. I love that part. I can
That
watch
black
that
guy used to
over and over.
host some of the stand-up comedy on BET when stand-up
Comic
had the
Comic
same-
View.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the day when actually TV was decent, all these.
What
All
are you
these-
talking about? TV's amazing.
Well, because you got a jillion channels now.
Yeah, dude.
That's TV.
I'm happy with the 99
TV
channels we
nowadays
had back,
isn't 99
back
channels.
in the day. Dude, I'd go to In Living Color era right now if I could.
You guys keep forgetting about me.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie.
Oh my god.
But I will name some of my favorite movies.
You can name
Being
3.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck's a great movie, and I just put on Facebook because I guess it was his either death date or a birth date. But R.I.P. John Candy, that guy's hilarious.
Next on the
It was
list.
amazing. Captain Ron is another one
Not
in my
even a
top
clue
5.
what that is.
Captain Ron, Kurt Russell.
Martin Short. That's
Martin
all you need
Short.
to know. It's a Martin Short movie.
Okay.
Kurt Russell.
Hey, don't say Martin Short. when
Kurt
it's
Kurt
bad.
Russell's not bad.
I'll
When I
refer you
think
to
of
the case of
badasses, I think of
Three
like Point
Amigos.
Break,
We
and I
can't-
think of
We
fucking.
can't all talk at the same
Okay.
time.
True Lies. Is definitely
Right there.
Good
That's a
movie.
good one. That's in
Great
my
movie.
probably top 15.
It's top 5 for me.
It's my favorite.
I guess maybe top 10.
It's my favorite Arnold movie that's not Terminator 2.
Kill Bill, Volume 2.
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. I don't like it as much as
That's
True Lies.
good.
Strictly.
Let me think. What's another one? There's one more. Joe Dirt. It's up there.
So you're
Joe
excited
Dirt's
about the
good. Joe Dirt 2
that
just came out, and I watched
It
it.
came out?
Yeah, it's
already
already out. I've watched it. It's pretty decent.
Is it in theaters?
No,
may
it was
have
on a
watched it.
Netflix
No, I
or a
haven't watched it.
Crackle release. You should go check it out on
Oh,
Crackle for
no.
free. It's pretty. It's worth the watch.
Okay.
But it's
It's going to destroy the first one for you.
Really?
You're
yeah,
going to start hating that movie.
it's
Are you
not that
serious?
bad.
It's not
How
bad.
can I hate
I hope
that
Jamie
movie?
Krusty's in it.
She is.
I
not.
like her.
She was good in
Everything?
My Name's Earl.
She was good in that Jerry Springer movie too. And she just banged all those dudes.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, I'm pregnant. She's good.
She was also good in Playboy.
What?
Jane
No.
Preston.
I don't think she did probably.
Yeah, she did Playboy.
She did Poison Ivy.
What's that?
It's a movie. I think it was like Poison Ivy 3.
This one Jane Preston did Playboy.
I don't know, man.
All right, let's change gears for a second. I know. I brought this up earlier and I got chastised for it. But what are any video games y'all are waiting or anticipating for the rest of the year? Like I said, on 28th or the 29th, NBA 2K 15 or 16
Yeah, but
comes
it's just
out.
going to be the same game they've always made with better graphics.
The game that I'm.
That's not true. The 15 was the first year they've ever went to a Xbox One or a PS4 console. The second one should be a revised version of the first one, which means if we wanted to go to Dreamcast era, it would be a 2K with Iverson compared to the first one compared to the one where they had Iverson on the cover, which I think was the second one released.
Remember you had that game on Dreamcast and we made it like an entire team, and Squirrel was 5'3" and had a red afro and could dunk like better than anybody. It was incredible. It was the
Did
best.
you say he had a red afro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we had a
put
red
an
afro.
afro on them.
And we went with red because fuck him.
We made everybody in the neighborhood. But the new one's coming out. Other than that, I know there's a Metal Gear coming out for the end of the year.
I really
And
like Metal Gear.
there is Battlefront, but it's a Star Wars, and it's coming out in November.
They haven't announced a date, but the one I'm most looking forward to is Injustice 2.
And that'll be for all systems. That's not going to be for an exclusive where you got to go chase it down on.
No, it's like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
It's made by the same people.
It's not going to be
Like
exclusive.
did you play the new Mortal Kombat?
I have not played Mortal Kombat X yet, but
I would like to.
my buddy
It's
says
good.
it's very, very
Yeah,
good.
and like what they did is they built off of the Injustice engine. So this next one is going to be like stepped up even farther.
So you think that the new Injustice will trump the new Mortal Kombat? Is what you're
I
saying?
think then the new Mortal Kombat will trump that. Like
they'll keep
that.
Yeah.
That hopefully that's how it goes. But eventually they'll hit a peak. But I want more than anything. I want them to put Plastic Man in the second one. Plastic Man is such an awesome character. He's
I
like
don't know who
he's
that
like
is.
Mr. Fantastic that he can stretch, but he can also form his body into any shape, and he's hilarious. So like he got a new female partner, and they get into an argument. And he's like, "Oh no, I don't want to argue with you. Here, let me give you a ride." And he turns himself into a bicycle, and his face is the seat. And she's like, "I'm not going."
All right, for people who don't know, and myself to remind me, Injustice is DC characters. I know it's comics, but
it's DC. It's DC. And
which would consist of what kind of comics? If you wanted to run over.
I can give you a short list of some people. It's like Batman, Superman, Nightwing, Lex Luthor, the Joker, Doomsday, Bane, Green Arrow, Aquaman, Shazam. It's just like it's those kind of characters.
I wasn't on comic books when I was younger.
I liked. Strange enough, I didn't read comic books when I was little, but I knew a bunch of shit about comic books because I collected the cards, and I didn't like reading. I'm all dyslexic and shit, so it sucks to read. But it's what was I talking about?
DC, the Injustice.
No, I remember now. The reason I knew stuff about comics is I collected the cards, and I would just read the back, and I would know the power levels. So I know that Hulk's strength in like 1994, whenever I had this, was a 7 out of 7. Things was a 6. So and like Wolverine's was a 2. It never went under 2. But anyway, so yeah.
Huh.
I owned comic books, and I would look at the art, and I would try to guess what the fucking story was, but I did not try to read it.
So what would a Spawn comic be under? That's Marvel, not
no,
in DC?
Spawn, it's neither. It's Image.
It's an Image?
So there was the big 2, and then a third, like an indie promotion, basically, started up, named Image, and they took a bunch of like artists and writers from Marvel and DC. So like, at one point, the Ninja Turtles were on Image. I have like 1 or 2 of their books. And they were ultraviolet, and at one point Raphael becomes the Shredder or something, and he loses an eye. So it's pretty tight.
To answer your question, though, what I think the most anticipated game is, or at least for me,
this year,
upcoming.
Okay.
Because we only have like fucking 3 months left of this year.
Fair enough.
Black Ops 3, I'm kind of excited about.
It's coming out at the end of the year.
Need for Speed, the newest one coming out, super excited about. That one's supposed to be real badass. Yeah. And then they're making a reboot of the Resident Evils.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Black Ops comes out in November. I'm not sure the exact date, but it comes out in November. I will have it. I will buy it.
What?
I've had Black Ops 1 and 2.
You should.
They're good games.
You should rig up like a game system where we can sit in a car, and when we turn and stuff, it goes with what you're doing on the
Actually,
screen.
the lady gave me a steering wheel and pedals that hooks up to a PS3.
Yeah, but does it fucking tilt and shit?
Oh, you want to actually get...
That's like a hydraulic system.
I'll tilt for you.
Alright.
And I'll rumble and shit.
I'm fucking down with that.
Speaking of the lady, I haven't seen her in a while.
She died.
Well, that's very important.
She had a good run.
Yeah.
Aren't you so sad?
Yeah, you know.
Nah, dude. You can't mourn the dead.
You gotta like move on and stuff.
No, she has work tomorrow, so she didn't come over.
Well, we're about to hit that hour mark. You guys wanna wrap it up?
I do say this.
Yeah, all right.
What we were thinking about doing here is kind of give you guys a flavor of San Antonio rap legend Derek Jones, a.k.a. SP, a.k.a. Rap Jesus,
Jones,
a.k.a.
I'm gonna need you to talk
Hamburglar.
rap, not yell rap.
So
I get you with my guitar.
we're gonna let.
No,
we're
if
gonna give
I'm
you a little.
gonna be able to do this, they're putting me on the spot right now, but I'm gonna do whatever
How the
they
fuck are you gonna?
ask me.
How are you ever gonna get signed by Dr. Dre if you can't deal?
I like Dr. Dre. Have you seen a recent picture of him? He's old as fuck.
He's also fucking huge.
He's amazing. We're not negating.
And he's a billionaire. So, on the guitar here is little brother Blaine. He's also going to be beatboxing and whatnot. Before we get to that, we'll sound off with this. Where can they find you, Tiff Darby? Internet and whatnot?
At tipdarby. Yeah.
You have, like, Instagrams and stuff.
No, I don't. Why would I want people to find me?
I don't know, man. You get more people to like or whatever, and I think you get stuff. I don't know. I just figured it'd be fun.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
I go to Jones.
Jones, where can they find you on the internet if they wanted to book
If you
want to
go jam some music, go to 210 Rap Jesus on SoundCloud.
You got a Facebook, Twitter, or anything?
If you want to get me on Facebook, type in DEREK Jones. That's Derek Jones.
Who?
Pagani Zonda on the cover. You'll see it. If you don't, it's not me. And that's what it'd be like.
He just switched into rapper persona. That's why the sentences got weird. Find me at... Oh, fuck. I always forget that. Instagram at Grandmaster Brent.
Yep.
Twitter at GMB is a G. Play us out, boys.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
You can find me.
Me is Blaine.
Yeah, Blaine. Instagram at It's Beezy. ITSBEEZIE. By double E, that's two E's. ZIE. With a B preceding that.
And we'll leave you guys with one final word. Codpiece.
Codpiece.
Can't think straight.
Can't think of a fucking thing to say except that it's gonna be a cloudy day, but I'm still walking through the fog getting high. And I still got a blaze of all of this hay sitting on the motherfucking tray. Then put that carbon in the fucking ashtray. That means I smoke that shit away. I mean, I can freestyle bullshitting and still leave half these hoes smitten. Catch white like a baseball mitten and pitch it on the block and then forget it. As long as I stack the money right. It ain't funny, right? As long as the cloudy day eventually turns sunny, right? I mean, like, it's a sunny day, but shit can turn cloudy in the blink of an eye. I'm like, you try to, like, bullshit with your girl, slowly try to think of a lie, like, she can still look up in your eyes, tell that you bullshitting. I'm like, half of these hoes smitten, half shit that I say, slowly I'm just drifting away. Or I'm just hitting the same, or this pen slowly be hitting this page, or I put you off in this place. I mean, I get high, do it anyway, whether I forecast it's a rainy day. I mean, these bullets gon' rain on your punk ass.
Lies and Slander podcast.
With the Lies and Slander podcast.
Motherfucker!